have you been? Though this is not a continuation from the previous chapter, this time I would still be discussing about a subchapter in Sebastian Lerner's work in 2013, Understanding Semantics. For those of you who are new to my channel, hello! I'm Audy. Welcome, and everyone, come sit with me. Semantic Knowledge. Semantic knowledge forms the foundation of our language use and understanding. It refers to the core meanings of words and concepts that remain relatively stable over time. The first discussion is about semantic concepts or categories, which are defined as broad and abstract. They allow flexibility in their application. For example, the semantic meaning of apple juice is simply juice made from apples. This definition remains constant regardless of changes in how apple juice is produced, packaged, or consumed. The stability of semantic knowledge allows us to communicate effectively even as the world around us changes. Next up, we have cultural knowledge versus personal knowledge. Cultural knowledge, on the other hand, encompasses the shared understanding within a society about various concepts. Cultural categories are more specific and detailed than semantic ones, and they can evolve over time. Using the apple juice example, cultural knowledge might include information about its color, usually yellow or light brown, taste, sweet and fruity, packaging, often in bottles or cartons, and how it's typically consumed. These details are part of our shared understanding but aren't necessary to grasp the basic meaning of apple juice. In contrast to cultural knowledge, personal knowledge refers to what individuals know based on their own experiences. It can include both semantic and cultural knowledge, as well as unique personal experiences. For example, one person might associate apple juice with childhood breakfast, while another might connect it with making cocktails. These associations are part of personal knowledge but not necessary for understanding the word's meaning. In relation to cultural knowledge, the next thing to point is CKA or Cultural Knowledge Approach. Before I continue, do tell me what you think of today's topic in the comment section below. Okay, the Cultural Knowledge Approach or CKA suggests that word meaning should include all the cultural associations and knowledge people have about the concept. Proponents of this approach might argue that features like color, taste, and typical packaging are integral to the meaning of apple juice. However, this approach has limitations. It doesn't explain how we can use words to describe new or unfamiliar things that don't fit our current cultural understanding. For instance, if apple juice were suddenly produced in a blue, mint-flavored variety, we could still accurately call it apple juice based on its semantic meaning, even though it doesn't match our cultural expectations. Now that we have learned about the types of knowledge in language, it's time to learn about the distinction between them. The distinction between knowledges is crucial for several reasons. First, the stability of word meanings allows for consistent communication across generations and cultures. While cultural concepts can change rapidly, such as our understanding of telephone or computer, the core semantic meanings of words remain relatively stable. Second, the abstractness of semantic concepts allows words to be applied to new or unfamiliar situations. For example, we can understand the concept of apple juice even if we encounter a type we've never seen before. This flexibility is essential for language adaptation. Third, communicational economy is achieved by relying on shared cultural knowledge. We can communicate efficiently without having to specify every detail. For instance, if someone says there's apple juice on the balcony, we can infer details about its packaging and appearance without them being explicitly stated. Distinguishing between semantic, cultural, and personal knowledge helps clarify relationships between words, especially in compounds. The meaning of apple juice is simply the combination of apple and juice without needing to include all cultural associations. This distinction becomes important when considering how language adapts to change. If apple juice manufacturers suddenly started to produce apple juice in a variety of colors or with added flavors, the cultural concept of apple juice would shift. However, the semantic meaning, juice made from apples, would remain the same. This demonstrates the resilience of semantic knowledge in the face of cultural and technological changes. In conclusion, while cultural and personal knowledge enrich our understanding and use of language, semantic knowledge provides the stable core that allows for consistent communication. Recognizing these different types of knowledge helps explain how language can remain both stable and flexible in the face of cultural and technological changes. Great! That's all I have for now. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon, and in the meantime, have a nice one. Bye bye! Bye bye! Bye bye!